Raw Championship semi-finals time. This is Scorpio. Eski is with me. Hello, Eski.
I am with you.
We are here. We are ready to go, but we have sad tidings, Eski.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very sad tidings because semi-final one's good to go. Pandemic taking on Core 2. Should be very, very interesting to see how those two match up after the last time when Pandemic won that in the three-setter. But our second semi-final, Legit versus Boss, Legit aren't going to be able to field a team, so they have unfortunately messaged us and said we're not going to be able to make it, and Boss go through to the preliminary next week unscathed.
Well, it's very, very fortunate for Boss. I'm sure they would have wanted to actually have a bit of competition there.
Yeah, it's
not a good, never a good thing when a team has to bow out.
That's
but
right. It's very upsetting.
These things happen.
We're very, 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 very upsetting, and we thank Legit for coming forward and saying that that they were going to be not able to field a team, and that's a shame, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. But excellent sportsmanship on their part by letting us know and then taking on the chin. And they basically said, "Hey, guess what? Next time we're gonna kick some ass in season 2." So they're already gearing up for the next round when we've hopefully got some kind of resolution to this APAC server thing, and 2.0 is out.
Well, I'm just waiting for this post, which is apparently coming early this week, where they're going to tell us that they're just going to wait until 2.0 to see what happens with the servers.
Yeah, that's right. Because it was free to play, of course, when they said,
Yeah,
"Oh yeah,
they waited for free play, and apparently free to play didn't
Yeah.
quite do it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, we're just gonna wait and see how it goes with free to play, and if everything picks up, then there's no problem. Then there's no problem whatsoever. Yeah. Whatever you say.
And when free to 2.0 doesn't work, we'll find it. We'll see what happens 7 months down the track.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's absolutely right. Now, we are gearing up for our first game of the night, which is going to be Pandemic, our only game of the night, which is going to be Pandemic taking on Core 2 in semi-final. Core 2 are ready to go, are they?
Yes, they are.
They're rocking and rolling. Now, we're just waiting to see how Pandemic go, and if they're able to ramp up a team, and we'll go from there.
So are Pandemic ready? Because
No,
Core 2 are already in the queue.
Yeah, well, they're going to be there for a while because Pandemic need a few minutes to get themselves sorted and ready to go. They're not quite ready yet. They are not quite ready yet. Pandemic v Core 2, semi-final 1. There we go. I'm in the chat. Oh, and I can turn that audio right down so we can hear that. Now, let's see if my sound effects are working, because it doesn't sound, to me, like... Oh yeah, they're all working. They're just very soft for some reason. That's okay, we can make that work. Maybe I can turn your volume down, because it's way loud.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, very, very loud. Oh god, no, it went full screen! Turn it back! Okay, alright, I'm not going to mess with that. That's fine. We'll just leave that as it is. Alright, so one game tonight, and then that's it because it's Easter long weekend, and then we're back next Thursday night for semi-final, for preliminary
For the
finals.
semi-finals.
Well, preliminary finals. This week's semi-finals. I said it wrong. I take it back. I'm sorry. I apologise.
Oh, there's so many finals, it's
I
hard
know.
to keep track of.
I know, and then we had such a long break between games, and we're just getting lost. We're getting there. We'll make do. We'll make do. So, how was the double XP weekend for you?
It was pretty good. It was kind to me. Managed to get 10 levels on my Sentinel for the time that I played.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I was pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
Especially since I was playing StarCraft 2 for a lot of it.
Well, that... so
I
that's
got a
how
bit
you
annoyed, actually, with StarCraft 2.
Oh no, what's going on?
I decided I'd just try playing Zerg on the North American server, and I won all of my placement matches, and it just
excellent.
placed me in Gold League, and I was like, what? That doesn't seem right.
Uh-huh.
But apparently, the highest ranked person I fought was Gold League, so that's what I got.
Uh-huh. And you were fairly disappointed by that.
Of course I was. I'm like, I should be Masters.
You should be mustard straight away.
I mean, sure, I can't even remember how to play, but I was just absolutely rolling face. It's like, do I have to make anything other than lings?
That's right. That's right.
It's like, oh, he seems to have a lot of Colossus. More Zerglings. More Zerglings solve everything.
And did it work for you?
Well, apparently, since I won all my placement matches.
But did it work for you when you were in Gold League?
Yes. Well, why wouldn't it? It's Gold League on NA, no less.
And how are you placed on the SEA service?
Well, I decided I'd go with Protoss, and apparently I don't know how to do a proper wall in.
Right. Well, well,
So
there's your first problem.
that was a bit of a hurdle. I was like, aha, I'll do my forge fast expand and make a nice wall, and like, oh, there seems to be gaps on my wall, so I'm trying to build more pylons to plug the gaps, and then a whole lot of Zerglings came and just killed the pylons and killed my base, and I was crying, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, this isn't how Protoss is meant to be played. I'm meant to just win.
Yeah.
You know, the problem was I just didn't go for the Mothership 4 gate. I should have just gone 4 gate with a Mothership core, and that's it. Win every time. I did that with my my Protoss versus Protoss. Won every game with it. And because everyone else seemed to just go 4 gate without the Mothership core, I'm just like, aha, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. Well, that's how it goes.
And don't ask me what Terrans do, because I've got no idea. I haven't encountered Hellbats yet, so... Who knows, I've encountered the speed medevacs, which are just bullshit.
There, yeah, I did see that Artosis was on the old Twitter talking about his early game struggle with speed medevac and then having to deal with a late game Terran macro on top of that. So
Yeah, just speed medevacs, and they just drop like their entire army in your base, and there's nothing you can do about it. Even though mutas are much faster, it's still like, nope, can't catch you.
yeah,
But I
well,
figured if I make enough lings, gonna win anyway.
and it worked for you. It worked for you in
Yes.
the scenario
So
you were placed
when
in.
are you joining in the StarCraft 2?
Well, I was thinking about picking up a copy maybe this weekend. Thinking about it. Quite
Thinking
possibly.
about it.
Long weekend, maybe some StarCraft 2. I don't know. I was going to try. I finished Assassin's Creed 3 finally, and my anger with that game has dissipated. So I'm ready for something new.
So how's pandemic traveling?
We are halfway to a ops group at the moment. We are 4 players in. We've got 5 players almost now. No, not quite. We're still 4 players in, so we're getting there.
We're getting there. They still need 3.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're almost there, and then we'll be good to go.
They do only have 6 minutes.
This is true. This is true. But once they're in, we'll queue up, and then we'll be rocking.
Now, Bob Cowles is asking, did you get their entry fee?
I most certainly did. I most certainly did, and you can thank Bob Cowles. Thank Bob
I
Cowles
will.
muchly. Yes, everyone has submitted entry fees bar one team, and I have to follow up with them. But that is my due diligence to follow up with said team. But everyone else has been extremely good with it. So hats off to everyone for that entry fee.
So, bets on who's going to win overall.
Overall,
Who's that entry? Who's all that prize money going to?
well, I'm not putting down any serious bets. Although Jump today on the forums was saying that. Oh no, someone. Sorry, apologies. Let's step it back a bit. Someone on the forums today said, "Who do you think's going to win?" and I said, well, I think that Resk should get MVP. And then Jump said that there's no need to give you MVP, Esky, because you already know you're that good. But
Well, it is true. I do
I
have a
think
bit
he
of an
needs to climb
ego.
out of your ass a little bit there.
The only problem is I play a gunslinger, so it just doesn't come through.
I think Jump has some kind of love affair for you, Esky. It was it raised a few eyebrows. I think it certainly stumped the conversation.
So, on another note, how's Pandemic going?
They're fine. We're just trying to grab a couple extra players. We're a few players short at the moment, so they're trying to pull in two extra players, and they'll be good to go. So we're going to give them an extra few minutes just to pull this together because we're almost there. We're almost there. We are one player short of a full team, and then they'll be good to go.
Now, I see in the stream chat, someone saying the Terran MMM strategy, Triple M strategy always works or always wins. Yeah, but why would you go Medevac Marine Marauder when you can just go Medevac Hellbat?
See, I'm interested to
This is
see the
Heart of
help.
the Swarm. You gotta go with the new unit composition. And why would you make useless units like Marines and Marauders when you can just make a unit that kills absolutely everything without any effort required?
I am a fan of the mono battles. This is what I'm a fan of, particularly when you get Medevac or what's the Brotos
Oh, the what is it? The
uh,
shuttle? No,
oh
it's
god,
the
what's
Warp
it called? The
Prism.
Warp Prism.
Thinking Brood War for a second there.
Yes, the Warp Prism is certainly my least favorite. Sorry, of course it's my favorite. How could it not be? It's such an OP unit, the Warp Prism in a mono battle. You can do
Yeah,
so
because
much with it.
the moment you get the Warp Prism in a mono battle, you're just going, well,
Well,
obviously I'm just
just
going Cannon Rush.
just going cannons everywhere. You'd be lucky to see a single Warp Prism in the entire match.
And it's same thing happens when someone gets a mothership. They're
That's
just
right.
like, well, I guess I'm
Well,
just gonna make cannons. But then you get the odd person who actually does go and make a mothership.
that's right. That's right. Oh god. Oh, that's what you love. That is what you love. Okay, we've got a full team for Pandemic. We're just waiting to jump in the queue. I think they're all jumping in their mumbles chat, etc., etc., and then they're going to be good to go.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah, it certainly does.
Uh, Brusquette is wanting to know whether or not we're streaming Obi's toiletry experience. Uh, he's saying, no, that's on Isis's stream, but I'll commentate it from here. He just said, be right back, gotta pee.
Okay, now that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel guilty now because in chat he said, nah, that's on Isis's stream, or I wouldn't have said it.
Ah. We are just waiting on one more ready click from. Yep, there we go, and we're good to go.
I'm just gonna let Core 2 know.
We're in the queue. We are in the queue. Alright, let's jump on in. Here we go. Getting rid of that logo. Oh, isn't that better? Isn't that much better? Oh, actually, I need to keep this up so I can say, take the game.
And Core 2 are in the queue.
Excellent. Well. I'm ready to rock and roll. Okay, I'm ready for games. I'm ready for games after a long weekend of double XP and much leveling. I started.
So how did your Sage go?
I started the Sage, and I got to say I'm pretty it's hard not to be happy having a Sage when you can do that amount of healing and that amount of damage and that amount of of like objective points in one, not just one match, but every match. How?
It's because you play on a North American server, and
It's
most
true.
of the people you're playing against are pretty bad.
It's very. I gotta say, I was a level 10 sage, and I not only out healed everyone with one heal button, I significantly out healed to the point of ridiculousness.
Well, with my Watchman Sentinel, I've out-healed people in war zones and dedicated healers. Oh, I was quite impressed.
Yes, yes, hand. Oh, and let me make a note. I will respond to hand after this match because I don't want to start going through that. Hand. Here we go.
Now we have a pop
Take it.
take, is it?
Take it.
Now, I like how Core actually did wait this time.
Ooh,
I
here
thought
we go.
I thought I saw a couple of people disappear and in, but no, they just moved out of range. I'm quite proud of them. It's not often we get people waiting for us to say take it.
This is true.
And in this semi-final number one, we have first game up, Pandemic versus Core 2 on Civil War.
Yep. So,
For
Civil War.
Core 2, we have Chieftain Genos, I believe it's Gnarnus or Gnarnus.
Gananas. Oh, I like
I'm
that.
just going to call it Guy.
Guy.
Cincy, Brusquette, Obi-Ray, and Yushi.
From the Pandemic side of things, we have R.A.W, Pink Zero, B-Rai, Raken, Terminus, Goldmoon CD, and Agent Sith.
Now, let's see if we get a repeat of some of the games we had between Pandemic and Core 2 previously. I don't actually think they have a Civil War. I can't remember.
Ooh, that's a good question. I can't remember either. They were such epic games. They definitely had an Ancient Hypergate.
Oh, of course.
Uh,
We all remember that game.
I can't remember what the other two matches were, though.
And we've actually had a disconnect.
Oh, okay.
Obi-Ray has disconnected.
Okay. That's 1 DC for core.
Yep, that's their only disconnect and restart. But this is why the rule exists. And it's good to see it actually working.
That's right. That's right.
After so much, so many complaints and so much controversy over this, the creation of this rule.
That's right. That's right.
It's actually
Controversy.
It's actually
Don't remind people of the
come of
controversy.
use.
Don't remind people. Okay, so we've had 1 DC, and that's for core. So no more DCs allowed for Zikor team. If they lose someone pre-match next time, that's just the way it's gonna be, unfortunately. Thanks all. Core, get no more DCs.
Just let Core know.
Ready. All right.
Poor Obi-Ray.
Is he all right?
Well, he hasn't reconnected yet, so we're not quite sure what's happened to him.
Brentus is in the chat saying, "Boss in the finals, big smile. We that good. You are that good. You are that good, Brentus."
It should be interesting to see Boss versus Core 1.
Yeah, it's gonna be Boss.
Is that
v
a,
Core
is that a
1.
game we have? Is that a game we have seen?
I don't think. Oh yeah, we have, haven't we? Didn't weren't Boss and Core 1 in the
There's
round
been so many games, it's hard to keep track of them all,
Gosh,
isn't
yeah,
it?
my brain is just fried.
It's Monday.
This is true.
Yeah. And it's not Fun Day Monday either.
Now, Pink Zero is still in the Civil War match, as is Terminus and Agent Smith and B-Rai and Raken. They're all still in there.
And why are they still in there?
I'm not sure. Is there anyone from Core still in there?
Nope, they all left.
So shouldn't they win the match by default in a second anyway?
Well, it takes time because they've got to triple cap and wait for it to count down.
Ah, okay.
So they should really be leaving that war zone.
Yeah, they're not. They're the same as Core the other week.
Well, they got to
They're
protect their
yeah,
900 war
that's
zone
right.
rating, I suppose.
That's right. That's right. That's right. They have to do what they got to do. So
I know. I don't agree with people not leaving the war zones.
no, but I understand. I understand that you know they don't want to lose their rating. But yes, but we have seen other teams do it, so I'm not gonna jump on any kind of bandwagon there. That'll be fine. Shouldn't be too long, particularly if the entire other team have left, then we shouldn't be too long at all. Go back to the nice looking logo. Ah, ooh, ah. Uh, uh, yes, indeedy. All right, just waiting now. Playing the waiting game. Not my favourite game. I prefer Hutball to the waiting game.
Hutball. Yes, we all prefer Hutball and ancient hypergates. Not the players though. The players don't really like the ancient hypergates. Is what I've been hearing.
Too much ancient hypergate. Hmm.
So, do we have any indication by pandemic of how long they have left in their absolutely uncontested game?
Well, they said 2 minutes. It was about 2 minutes ago. So, no. Is the answer to that.
Now we're getting a bit of smack talk from Core too. They're growing a little impatient right now.
Yes. Well, and I realise that Core 1 and Core 2 are two separate teams. However, Core did the same thing. So
Oh
let's
yes,
just
we can't really. Do we impart Core One on Core Two though? I think we've been doing it all season long, so why stop now?
no.
Consistency is the key to this competition.
That's right. That's right. Um, okay, we're just going to be about 2 minutes. They're saying in their chat. They reckon it'll be within 2 minutes and they'll be queued up again. But it did pop fairly quickly, so it shouldn't be too long between drinks there. Why don't we put on some of the intro music for you? There you go.
Star Wars by the Sea.
Star Wars by the Sea. What would the next war zone? What's a good location for the next war zone that you'd like to see?
Obviously, ancient hypergates because it's on a beach. Really fits the music.
I'm gonna turn that music off. Hey, um, yes, ancient hypergates by the sea. That would be. They should have some kind of swimsuit cartel item. Just for
Swimsuit cartel item. I'm pretty
just
sure they do have that. I mean, in amongst all the stripper gear that you can get,
a Borat mankini.
a Borat mankini.
Yeah, my
Wow.
juggernaut would look great in that.
Let's not give them any ideas.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Well, 1.7.3 comes out next week, so
This is true. This is true. Doesn't it? Isn't it tomorrow? Aren't they patching tomorrow? I thought it was tomorrow night. Tuesday? Did I get my days wrong? I may have. Let's jump on the dev tracker and have a look. March 26th.
6 is tomorrow.
It is tomorrow. Look, I got one. Booyah!
What time though? What time?
Yeah, well, who knows? Because because they stuffed up the
Could
AEDT
be.
times.
It could actually be right now, and we just don't know it. We'll get like the 15-minute warning in a sec.
Yeah. No. Yeah. After they stuffed up getting the AEDT times wrong last patch, you'd notice they've just given up trying to do anything other than American time. They just don't care. It's like, oh no,
Yes.
it's gonna
Everyone else figure it out themselves. Because
basically,
apparently it's too hard to Google these things.
they've basically just gone with all the dev tracker information. They've just gone, oh look, it's going to be at this day at this time, and if you don't
Wait, wait,
live
wait,
in the
wait, wait, wait.
states,
The dev tracker has information?
well, by information, I mean gibberish. Ah dear.
And now, Core 2 just wondering how much longer?
Yeah. If I'm gonna ask again, but I assume the answer is still gonna be 2 minutes. Oh no, here we go. Everyone's back. Everyone's back.
Okay. Well, Core 2 are already in the queue. They never actually left the queue.
All right. Okay. We're in the queue. Here we go. We're in the queue. Queue is open. We are there. Excelente. Let's. Why don't we mix
Should
the.
we ask Pandemic if they won? Let's go and check these things.
I believe they did. I believe they had a victory. This is what I've been told. They definitely received medals. Alrighty, Roo. Now, the last couple of times this has happened, we've had the same match every
Go
time.
on.
So do you reckon we're gonna get? Do you reckon we're gonna get another Civil War?
Well, it's obviously going to be the map we least want to see, which is
Ancient Hypergates.
probably... Finish my sentence for me.
Ancient Hypergates.
Hey, I wanted to see Ancient Hypergates.
Ancient Hypergates by the Sea, where everyone. This is going to be the next season of Raw. Every match will be themed, and everyone has to come in accordance wearing the right attire.
The thing is, though, they're just going to have to buy as many extra inventory slots as possible so they have every contingency covered.
Troopers, Trooper X, Trooper X.
Yes.
Nice troll.
And we have a pop.
Take it. Take it. And no!
It's a Void Star. We didn't get our Caribbean theme.
That's right, that's right. What's the theme of the Void Star?
Hmm.
I don't know, some kind of S&M?
More of a heavy
S-
metal
S-
type of
S&M, maybe?
Scandinavian death metal. I don't know.
That's right. A little bit of Steel Panther, maybe?
I would have thought Steel Panther would be more of a hutball thing,
More of a
throwing
hot
balls
ball.
around.
Actually, that's very true. That's very true. It is very rock.
Now, has the team changed? Because on core we still have Obi-Ray, Bruce Gett, Yushi, Chieftain, Genos, Cinzi, and Guy. Still going with Guy.
Well, the team on this side, exactly the same. Gold Moon, CD, Terminus, Raken, Agent, Sith, Orok, B-Rai, and Pink Zero.
Now, what are you expecting here?
Heavy attack on one side, and I don't think from what we've seen from strategy before, I don't think we'll see the Ewok 4-tour ninja stealth cap. I think we'll just see a heavy attack on one side. And
I think I'd agree with that.
yeah.
I don't actually... I'm only seeing one shadow, so I'm probably not likely to try Ninja Cap. I think they're just going to go for the brute force, and it looks like they're just going to run. It looks like they're running to the left. They've just gone left is the order of the day, and off they go. No one went right. I think two of their players got kind of stunned over in the middle of the map, but they're merging on left. I'm actually seeing a plasma probe, so there's a sniper being run by Pandemic right now.
Ah, yes. Agent
Agent
Sith.
Smith.
Agent Sith. Agent Sith is
Agent
a
Sith.
sniper. And what's he running? NG? Some kind of
Yep,
NG
full
marksman?
engineering
Full
because he's got the
engineering.
plasma probe.
Ah, of
Now, I
course.
don't agree with the plasma probe position. He's probably trying to stun. I believe it's interrogation probe stun. Obi-Ray there. Plasma probe on a void star really should just be on the door the entire time, though.
Yes, and you can see Pandemic bunched up in the corner there. They're good positioning from Core 2. Chieftain yanking Goldmoon CD away from the pack and trying to burn him quickly, but Terminus in there trying to help out as much as possible, and Goldmoon healed himself up, doing just fine. So everyone looking okay at this side of things at the moment. Doesn't look like anyone's gone down for Pandemic yet, except there's a lot of
Yep.
players on very low health.
No one from Core 2 has gone down, and I think it would be a good time to point out that Sinzi, as a Sentinel, doesn't actually appear to be uh, to have his what's it called? His stance activated.
Oh, really? So he's not. He doesn't have his.
Oh no, there it is.
There.
His buff bar keeps moving around so much it was
Ah.
very, very difficult to keep an eye on. But sometimes you catch Sentinels and Guardians who aren't in a stance, and just when you think you're going to catch them out, but nope, there it is.
No, all over it like a rash. Now, we've had a couple of players go down in groups of Pandemic. B-Ray and Agent Sith have gone down now, and so they're in the waiting wings. Terminus, Pink Zero, and Goldmoon were down, but they popped out a few minutes ago, so they're back in action. Goldmoon getting
Yeah.
heavily beaten here. I think he's trying to keep up as best as possible, and he's just gone down again, so they're definitely targeting Goldmoon.
And we had Genos going for the plant. Agent Sif has thrown down his plasma probe on the door.
Good.
That's going to interrupt that for at least 16 seconds, unless he dies unless he dies within that time. He's actually being focused down now by it looks like Sinzi.
Mm-hmm. And there goes B-Ray, taken down.
The orbital strike going off in the center to disperse the Core 2 team. It's had that effect. It's actually pushed Core 2 into Pandemic's spawn area, but with the plasma probe down, they're still not able to capitalize on their advantage at the moment. And right now, as I'm saying that, we have Guy running off. I don't even think Guy's stealthed.
Cap.
No, Guy's not stealthed. The Shadow running off out of stealth to try and ninja cap.
They took down Agent Sith in the end Core 2, and it looks like
And we have
Obi's
Obi
trying
Ray
to cap.
planting right now. B-Rai is trying to run in. Doesn't look like his leap is up, so he's just wandering on in there. He
Racing
gets
in.
knocked back. He gets rooted. Now he's going after Obi Ray. B-Rai goes down while trying to do that. Terminus looks like is the next target. With Sinzi using Force Stasis, with Agent Sif targeting down Obi-Ray. Probably not the best choice of target for engineering sniper, since Guardian tanks are kind of more the territory of a lethality sniper. And he throws down the scramble field,
Here we
which for the sniper is ballistic dampeners, but gets knocked back straight out of it. So that's again back onto a 2.5 minute cooldown given his build.
Yeah, Obi-Ray keeps going to that door and trying to cap, but the spawn times for Pandemic are working out really well. Their defense has been pretty solid on this side of the map. Now, we haven't gone over and had a look on the other side yet, but they're doing quite well over here. And here we go. We've got Genos trying to do a bit of a cap there, but Terminus all over that. Terminus has been really good in that corner, along with B-Rai. They've been the two, and Agent Sith has been popping those plasma probes. We're talking about. There's goes one right now, and the orbital strike as well. Probably a bit of overkill with that orbital strike when you've got the plasma probe there.
Uh, really should be keeping your orbital strike on cooldown, so there's no
Okay.
reason not to use it,
Okay.
especially with that many enemy players around.
Well, he just
Right
got.
now we have Guy taking on Auroch and Gold Moon CD. Gold Moon CD just healing himself and Auroch through it. Guy's just decided he didn't want any part of that and has run away.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I was going over there to get a look at it, but
We actually missed Chieftain and Guy having a fight, but they both got taken down. Guy decided to respawn, run over there, take a peek. Saw they're both on half health, but the heals of Goldman CD just too strong. We have Obi-Ray trying to plant now on the left-hand door. B-Ray leaps in. He gets knocked back and gets taken down. Right now we have Force Lightning going down on Obi-Ray as he tries to plant again. Obi-Ray now deciding to fight. No, he's going to go for the plant. It looks like only Gold Moon CD is left up for Pandemic, with everyone else still in the spawn door. There's one tick left on the spawn door, and the plant does not go down. Gold Moon CD managed to interrupt it at the last second.
oh, Gold Moon CD. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Great work. Great work from Gold Moon. We've talked a lot about Gold Moon this tournament. He's a player that we really enjoy watching. Great healer, great team player, and you can see there he just waited for the exact right moment. Knew the spawn doors were coming down. Knew he could sacrifice himself just to keep that door from being capped. So
I like
great
this
work.
orbital position from Agent Sif. It was really just pushing Core 2 back out of their spawn area, giving their healers a bit of breathing room. Plasma Probe still down on the door. It's going to prevent Core 2 from capping. It looks like we have Guy going down over to the right-hand door right now. Will he get a plant, though? Doesn't look like it. Looks like he's actually engaged in combat. We have Goldmoon CD running over, using full speed to try and heal up Auroch, as Guy and Auroch are now fighting each other. Resilience being popped by Auroch. Now, looks like Auroch's going to get the upper hand at this as he bubbled, and he's getting the heals from Goldmoon City. Goldmoon City now DPSing Guy down, but Guy, only on 40% health, decides to bug out.
And back over here, we can see good defense, and Terminus hanging around the middle while B-Rai roams the edges and keeps people like Agent Sith and their healers. And here comes Goldmoon, speaking of, and Pink Zero there as well in the picture, keeping them up and going so they can defend that area. And that's it. So good defense
That's
from
time.
Pandemic.
Very good defense from Pandemic.
Great
Obviously,
save.
they worked hard on their team cohesion in that last Warzone where they presumably won with a triple cap on Civil War.
That's right.
They showed those ghosts who's boss. Spawn doors are open and round 2 starts. We'll see which way Pandemic decide to go, and it looks like it's going to be left again.
Yep, most certainly is. They've gone with the same strategy. In fact, there was no deviance from the strategy that we had last time. So what we thought was going to happen, which was a full-on strike down the left-hand or right-hand side with no one really deviating off to go and try and stealth or ninja cap. We didn't see that from Core, and we assumed as much as well. That's basically been the strategy of most teams, with the exception probably of Ewok with Fortor. So we've got that again here from Pandemic, and let's see if they can pull it off.
Very good orbital strike placement by Ancient Sith there. More or less forced Core 2 out of their spawn area, and Core 2 actually losing players now. Obi-Ray about to go down. Bruce gets already gone down. Obi-Ray now finally getting some heals. Janos is going down. Sinzi on very, very low health as well. Sinzi, Janos is going to go down. Janos finally goes down. Sinzi's about to go down. He's only on 18% health. He's getting some heals, but it looks like he's being... and actually, Agent Sif has heeded my calls and has actually switched specs and is in lethality. Obi-Ray goes down.
Oh,
and it looks like
nice.
Sinzi's about to go down as well. Chieftain goes down. The plant's going down right now.
Terminus. Ooh, and
It
that
just looks like it's
Yushi.
It's just Yushi and Obi-Ray who are left.
No, Bruce gets there as well.
Bruce gets finally rejoined the fray. And it looks like Pandemic are all over this.
Yeah, they're smashing it, and great change of the guard from Agent Sith, who's gone from engineering to lethality. That's very clever.
Well, lethality, very underrated spec for PvP, but can do absolutely phenomenal damage, especially in situations like this where you have a commando healer as the only
Yeah,
one who can cleanse.
yeah,
They're having to waste a lot of ammo
yeah.
just to get those cleanses off.
And you can see he just burnt a player there with the corrosive grenade going down, and you could just see how quickly he can burn people one on one with those great DOTs. So yeah,
Chieftain has gone down, and Brusquette goes down, and it looks like it's just up to Janos and Sinzin right now on the left-hand door with Pink Zero planting being interrupted there. The
ooh,
spawn doors have opened
good
and
timing.
in floods the core 2 players, but by the looks of it, I think the upper hand now goes to Pandemic. Even if they don't crack this door, kills
Yeah,
may
they're
very well be in Pandemic's favor.
That's right. That's right. Although, don't forget that the very beginning of the last match as well. Well, not the very beginning. Probably about 2 to 4 minutes in, we started seeing a lot of pandemic players going down in chunks.
I would suggest you stealth.
Oh, well, I thought I had. There we go. So yeah, interesting so far. I'm liking the game from Terminus and B-Rye, particularly in their defensive effort, and they're working around the team. They're constantly on the move around the team, making sure that their key healers and Agent Sith are protected. That's some good work from those guys.
Yushi staying very, very far back at the moment while still being focused down. Actually, it looks like he's just been stunned and there by Agent Sif there, and he's decided to leave him be. With the focus now on Obi-Ray.
And we can see here that Core have managed to push Pandemic out a bit, which is something we didn't really see a lot of in the last match. In fact, I'm going to back right up because they're right back. Gold Moon, Agent Sith, and Pink Zero are all so far back from the action. We didn't see this from Core, so this is good, what would you call it, offensive defense from Core, pushing them out of the way.
Yeah, well, they really had to try and gain control over that door. With so many plants just about to go down at the very start of the round, they've started to really push them back and turn this around, and it looks as though all of Pandemic have decided time to switch sides, and there
Yep.
goes the Transcendence from Cinzi, so that Core 2 can head them off.
Yeah, and you know what? Maybe it was a coordinated movement then with because it was the sniper and the two healers hanging back, and then everyone slowly joined in, and then you could see that moment where Core went, okay, we've got to get over there, and they just left straight away. Obi-Ray guarding the door there. That's great teamwork from Obi-Ray.
Well, Obi-Ray was just waiting for Guy to show up. Since Obi-Ray's a tank, Guardian tank, he's going to survive he'll survive a while.
Here he is now. But again, even after that movement out to the other side, Pandemic, they're going straight back. Look at this! Look at this movement from them. We've not seen plays like this from anyone.
This is quite novel.
I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying the.
Normally it's pick a side and stick with it, but Pandemic had decided they have something else in mind, and let's see if it pays off. Looked like Goldman City was going for the plant and almost
Oh,
almost went down just then to Cinzy's Sabers with the
yeah.
dispatch.
Managed to stay alive. There's a lot of movement going on here. They are trying anything to break through Pandemic. They are all out here on every side, and it's hard to even get in to get a look because you don't know where they're going to go. They're stunned out here. There was a bit of a group stun there, and they were all there. But it looks like right now they're pushing in. It looks like they might settle here. No, as I say that, there you can see that Pink Zero and Gold Moon out the back, and they're holding off in the middle. Gold Moon yanked back in there. Obi-Ray and Brusquette looks like trying to take Gold Moon down. He is, of course, a target for a reason.
Now at this point, actually, it looks as though Pandemic have decided they're not going to cap the door, so they're trying to play the offensive defense. They're trying to drag Core 2 out to them so they can get farm as many kills off of them as possible to try and win the game.
And that's a clever decision, because if they know that they're not going to be able to get the kills that they need, get the door that they need, then the only way they're going to win is with the kills. So that's what they're going for.
But
They've worked
not
that out.
overextending like Ancient Sif there. Getting stuck out in the middle, and that was unfortunate. That's one extra kill that maybe could have been avoided.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's going to count from this point on. With 23 seconds and counting, every little thing is going to be crucial to see who is going to take this match.
Guy goes down, and there's no time to cap the door anymore, even if they get a plant down. So it's definitely just focus the low health players as much as possible. It looks as though they're going after Chieftain. Chieftain's very, very low health. Chieftain goes down. Obi-Ray going after Agent Sif. Obi-Ray gives up on that, tries to go off, and the round is over. Let's see who won.
Waiting for it. Waiting for the revelation.
And it looks like it's gone to Core 2.
It's gone to Core 2. It's gone to Core 2. And there it is. Core 2 taking that match. Jeez, that was a close game.
That was a very, very close game.
And clever play for Pandemic, and it's a shame that didn't work out for them, because they knew what they had to do and they did everything they could to pull it off. But in the end, it just, gosh, it'd be really interesting just to tally these kills and see just how many it was between them in the end, because it would have been very, very close. You would have thought.
Oh well, yeah, you can just get a look at it. Looks like most of Core 2's damage got around 27, 26, 25 kills, and most of Pandemic got around 24 to 20.
Yeah, so just slightly underneath what they needed. I'd be interested to see where is Agent Sith with 21 kills. Yeah, interesting. Good game from Goldmoon. I know he didn't rack up the medals, but we did talk a lot about him, and I liked his game a lot, particularly that save for them when Core were capping in that. He kept them in this game, really. So that was a great game from Goldmoon. Chieftain at the top of the table there. Do you like Chieftain's game?
Chieftain did quite well. As far as a pure team game went, I thought Cinzy did a better job.
Yeah, I liked Cinzy and Brusquet's game. I thought they played quite an aggressive game, which in the end is what took them over the top. I mean, you look at the kills, 27 kills apiece. And 460 odd and 480 odd thousand damage. Good game for those two. Good team games all around. Who do you like for an MVP in that game?
Again, it was just like last week.
Mm-hmm.
These are very, very, very close games.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Goldman CD did a great job. I thought Agent Sif did a great job, and I thought Cincy did a great job.
Yeah, I liked. I got to say, I did like Agent Sith's game, and particularly the changing of the engineering for defensive and lethality for the offensive. And we don't see a lot of Siths. We don't see a lot of snipers. In fact, I think first sniper we've seen. We saw Gunslinger with Terry Tate, but that's the first sniper we've seen. So good work, Agent
Interesting
Sith.
choice to bring along.
Yeah, and I would definitely pay it. So why don't we do that? Why don't we pay it to Agent Sith? Great work. It was a good game on his behalf. MVP. Okay, we're gonna swapsies. So
Now, who do I talk to get the invite?
You would talk to Goldmoon CD. Okay. Swapping over. Here we go. Jumping into the Raiju.
Just getting naked here. Well, my character is anyway. Everyone else doesn't know need to know how I cast this.
That's right. Just me. No, I don't want to know either. I want to have no knowledge of that whatsoever.
I don't even think I don't even think I want to know. And I'm the one sitting here. Now looks like Pandemic are already ready and they're in the queue. They wait for no man. Although I did see someone from Core 2 was going on a pee break, so
Oh, looks like we're queued as well, so
obviously they're quick.
they're ready to go. They're ready to go. We're in the queue. We're into our next game. It's going to be game 2, semi-final 1, Pandemic versus Core 2. Core 2 taking the first game.
Yes, they did.
They
It was
most
very,
certainly
very,
did.
very close though. Now I have B-Rai flexing at me.
Yeah. Alright. Alright.
So both teams are in the queue. We're just waiting for the server to find each other.
I'm waiting anxiously, excitedly. I don't know. It's 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 9:30 on a Monday night. Whatever. Oh man. Oh. Maybe some war zones after this. Ooh, maybe. Ooh, maybe. Maybe. I was thinking we don't have any Raw matches on Thursday, so I was thinking about maybe some random Warzone encounters. We didn't do it last time. Maybe this
We
week.
did not.
Maybe this week. Maybe on Thursday. Peeps want to jump on and do some live cast and Warzones for funsies.
Yeah, well, if you want to play on the pub side, that is.
Oh,
And we have a
okay.
pop.
Yeah, we got a pop. Take it. Take it.
And we get a hot ball.
Very, very nice. Here we go. Hot ball time. Interesting.
Now, people in the stream chat saying Chieftain should have been MVP. We don't just look at pure kills or what won them the game. We look at the full. We look more at like how the team worked cohesively and what worked for the team and what helped the team overall.
Yeah, that's right. And let's be honest, everyone. Let's be purely honest. The MVP means sweet fuck all. So
Maybe to you it doesn't.
don't get too worked up about it.
It
It's
means
just
everything.
it means
We're
everything.
picking the best player on the server.
Well,
At least I am. I don't know about you.
that's right. That's right. That's right. We're doing our best to pick who we thought was the most influential player in the game, and on as many fronts as possible. And that's a hard decision to make, and we do our best.
And the reason we went with Agent Sif is simply because he was able to shape the way Core 2 was playing their game.
That's
and
right.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, had a really big impact on that game.
He was moving them around. He was making sure they weren't standing where he wanted them to. He was making sure they weren't standing in areas that he didn't want them to stand. And
It was a
you
good.
can't.
Yeah,
That's a yeah.
it was a
that
good.
can.
It was a good defensive and offensive display.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pop this bubble,
That's right.
and I'm gonna run down here. And we have I'm gonna say Transcendence, but I'm with Pandemic right now, so it's Predation straight off the line. And Terminus gets the ball straight away. But will he be able to survive? He's going down very, very, very quickly. He's on 40% health. He's being healed through it. Something fierce. He's finally back up to 84%, and I believe that was a intercede up to
Gold Moon.
Gold Moon CD.
That's right. Gold Moon's there. Obi Ray's with them the whole way with Gneiss
And I
yanking
believe
Terminus
he's been
back.
pulled back down.
He has indeed.
Predation's been popped once again. We have Agent Sif trying to get into position. He looks like he's setting up to just hold mid. He really should be focusing down Janos right now, but he's going after Yushi. Janos is probably the bigger threat up on the ramp there, and the easier target. And it looks like the ball's through.
Oh,
Ewok'alypse has the ball. Ewok'alypse is through, and it's 1-0 in favor of Pandemic.
great work by Terminus
But
there.
Core 2 already have hold of mid.
That's right, and it is Cinzy with the ball right now. Cinzy's got the ball in mid with good support from Yushi there and someone else. Brusquette I can see in support there. So Cinzy looks like getting a bit of damage taken. Might think about getting rid of this ball. No, the pull goes up, and there goes the pass. Does it?
It didn't go anywhere.
Ah.
I didn't actually quite see that. May have been a ditch.
I think it was. Obi-Ray's got the ball now. Good person to have
Ewok'alypse
the ball.
deciding to run for the acid. Probably not the best idea in a ranked war zone. Simply because of the team coordination. Someone's going to pick up on that and decide to stun you and hold you in that.
Yeah, that's
acid.
right. Just skirting the edges of it. Looks okay now.
And there was the leap, but who was the leap to? It looks like it was actually
Janos.
may have been a pull there. I didn't quite catch that either.
And Obi-Ray still got the ball, and it looks like, gosh, I can't see who that is. It looks like it's B-Ray trying to take Obi-Ray down there with good support from Terminus.
And we actually have Guy in position, and it looks like there was a Guardian leap over to Guy, and Obi-Ray still with full resolve actually passes the ball, and it's 1-1.
And it looks like Core have got the upper hand in mid here. Terminus there trying to stop them as best he can, but it was a 4 or 5 on 1 for a long time there. And we can see that Cinzy again with the ball first up, pulled through there by Janos, I believe.
And the ball back at mid, and it looks like Chieftain picked it up. And it's passed to Obi-Ray. No, well, didn't go to Obi-Ray, went to Cinzy. Cinzy now being rooted in the acid is popped. I think that was guarded by the Force. Cinzy goes down anyway.
B-Ray's got it.
B-Ray has the ball. I'm just going to get out of the way of this.
I saw you running away.
Predation's been popped, and what a knockback by Janos just there.
Yeah, very
Janos
clever.
still in an unfortunate position because I believe it's she, is ready for a leap, but there goes the Cybernade now.
B-Ray being pushed back into the fire there. Whoa! Gnass! What a move! The pull back and then the push. That was
and the
very
force
clever.
speed right through is popped resilience, and he will make this score by the looks of it. Doesn't look like anyone from Pandemic's able to stop that. Looks like they're just going to go and try and regain mid, but Core 2 seemingly having the upper hand at mid. Brusquette getting the ball. Still on fairly high health. He's got his cooldown up. Passes off to Obi-Ray. And Obi-Ray actually gets knocked up to next to Agent Sif there. And there's the Guardian leap.
Yeah, up to B-Ray, and it's again it's B-Ray versus Obi-Ray, and B-Ray just dumped out of the way into the fire. B-Ray is down.
And ball gets past to Guy. Guy was just standing there on the line, and it's 3-1 in favour of Core 2.
Okay, now Pandemic have got numbers in mid here. So here we go. We've got Ewok'alypse with the ball, but he's on very low health, so you'd think that Goldman is back there healing.
He will have to pass unless he gets healed through this. He's popped his cooldowns. He's actually getting healed up, and there's the predation there. Looks like he's being stopped at the first fire.
Yeah, B-Rye's on the other side though, so if the pass goes over to B-Rye, B-Rye can go straight through and score. Looks like Ewok'alypse's going to go all the way.
Now, Ewok'alypse actually has full resolve at the moment, so he will, unless he gets rooted, he'll be able to get this score. And
Chieftain's there behind him.
Reagan,
what a pull by Chieftain into the fire! Ewok'alypse! He's got a tiny bit of health. Is he going to score? Yeah, he's going to score here. And
he's
guess what?
Score,
Pandemic
and he's
have
unbeatable.
mid. Pandemic have mid. So Terminus probably going to pick the ball up here. Yep, there you go. Terminus has got the ball. Agent sits right next to me, so I'm going to try and stay out of the way as much as possible. But Pandemic looking to get back in touch here. It's 2-3. Core have got a lead of 1 on them, but if the pass could go up to B-Rai, or B-Rai can get over. No,
And
Terminus
no,
is up.
it's the intercede up to Orok. And it looks like Terminus is just being slowed down on the line. No, he's managed to get the ball over the line.
3
And
all.
Pandemic still have mid.
They've got mid. Pink Zero's got the ball. Pink Zero's going to want to get rid of it, you would think. Going to want to be doing more heals, and there it goes. The pass over to Terminus.
Terminus has been stunned, but he's just going to hang out. I think that actually got broken by Guy just there. Guy's actually got full resolve, but Terminus will soon have full resolve if any more stuns go down. And the ball is through. It's 4-3 in favor of Pandemic.
Now I will
what
point,
a turnaround.
We've actually had a DC here on the Pandemic side of things.
The core 2 side, you mean?
Yeah, sorry, on the Core 2 side. So Ganas, Sinzi, Genos, Chieftain, Brusquette, and Yushi are left. So Obi-Ray is gone.
Obi-Ray. They will not be happy with that loss, especially since you always want a Guardian tank to be your ball carrier. They are simply the best at that job. But as I'm saying that, we have B-Rai just showing everyone how it's done with a number of leaps there, trying to try and get up, and he gets pulled back, but he's still on the spawn ramp of Core 2. All he has to do is walk down, and he has full resolve. I don't see him actually being stopped. He gets over the line with 39 health left.
5-3.
And it's 5-3 in favor of Pandemic. Core 2 have the ball. Genos with the ball. Transcendence has been popped, and the ball gets passed off onto. We'll find out shortly as I get around the corner. Guy has the ball. Guy being held up there. He gets pulled over. Resilience been popped, and he's going to score now, but it looks like Pandemic has mid. The numbers are definitely with Pandemic now.
4-2, 4-3 now. Pandemic have got it. Oroc's got the ball. Pink Zero.
Pink Zero has the ball, and probably be looking to pass off to Terminus any second now. There it goes.
It is.
Terminus now using his slows, as it's only Sinzi and Genos who are left for Core 2 at mid.
5 minutes left in this game, 5-4 in favour of Pandemic. They've got 1 man extra on their team after Obi-Ray disconnected for Core 2. Can they make the most of it? Can they take this second game and push it back to a third match?
And it looks like Core 2 are doing all they can to try and slow down Terminus, but it's just not working. Terminus will get through.
Been pulled?
He's been pulled. But it's been pulled to the top of the mid. He didn't even need to drop down there. And we have Orok in position. Orok gets knocked down, but Guy's still up there as a leap target. Terminus being healed through this. He has full resolve, so he's not going to be stunned out of this. He's only got 2% health though. As I say that, he's
he's lost it.
Down.
He's lost it. Oh, Terminus. He played a really good game up to that point, but you think, oh no, maybe not, because look who's got it now. Oroc's got the ball. Probably the second best person after Terminus to have it.
Oroc's been doing a lot of the heavy lifting this game. And let's see who's in position.
Oh, pushed back. Pushed back. The leap up and then the push back. Very, very good. That was Ganas by the looks of it.
We still have Agent Sif and B-Rai on the line there.
Yeah, Agent Sif going into entrench there, popping it down, trying to stay up as long as possible, and Agent Sif knocked back into the fire. Brusquette's got it.
But where is Brusquette?
He is up the top, he's on the ramp, and he is out of there.
And it looks like they ditched the ball, but no one has mid. There is actually, no, as I say that, probably not the best ditch of the ball by Core 2, since Terminus is just waiting there already. They could have held on to the ball a little bit more, but with being on such low health, could go either way. It's risky.
3 minutes remaining. You would think that Pandemic desperately want to score here. They want to get this game done so they can get on to the next match. And you can see that Core 2 have got a lot of confidence. Terminus goes down.
It looks like Terminus wasn't quite sure where to go there. He was considering. He was thinking, which way do I run out of this fire? He first ran forward, ran back, then went forward again, but unfortunately it was too late. So the indecisiveness actually cost him that ball.
Oh, wow. Wow. Ganas playing a really great game here. Both Ganas and Terminus.
The ball.
Okay, if they can score here with 2 minutes left on the board, it's going to be 5-all, and then it's going to be a rush to get the hut ball. So you would think that Pandemic would be scrambling here to make sure that they don't. You've got Genos and Ganas on either side, and it looks like there might be a score here unless they can rip it off the ball handler.
B-Rye being very, very careful right now, trying to make sure he doesn't present himself as a leap target. We have Guy on the line, and what an intercept there. What
Oh,
an intercept by Terminus.
Terminus. Having a fantastic game is Terminus. Really playing a great game for his team. 2 minutes left. It looks like they're just going to hold it here for as long as they can. Drag as much time off this clock as possible. That's probably a good move.
It can backfire, though. We saw how quickly goals were being racked up earlier in the game.
That's right. Well, let's see how we go over here. Chieftain's gone down. Bit of a group stun there. They're on the move now. Terminus has got support. Let's see what he can do with it. Terminus rushing up through there with the ball. Raken and Genos here going a little bit one-on-one. Terminus still with the ball. Goldmoon in front healing. You can see Cull going down there from Agent
We
Sif.
still have Ewok waiting on the line.
Terminus
Ewok
pulled
looks
into
like
the fire.
Ewok is finally de-stealthed.
Terminus should pass it to Ewok. He does.
Pass
Ewok's
off,
got
and
it.
there's the goal. There's the goal. 6-4 in favour of Pandemic.
I'm going to call it. I think Terminus had a fantastic game and really deserves the MVP from that match. Otherwise, I would have thought Ganas maybe, but it was a solid game from Terminus all round. Just sort of pulling Pandemic through and just going, no, 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 no. We are not going down without a fight. This is our match and we're going to take it, particularly when they got that DC and they got the upper hand. But man, how good were Core 2 to stay in it at 6v7?
Oh, they did a great job. I gave my vote to Ewok. I thought Ewok did a great job.
Oh, I don't know. Terminus played a pretty good game.
Yes, but it is a touch easier to play a good game on Hutball as a Guardian or Juggernaut.
This is very, very true. Well, since I called the last one, I will allow you to call this one. Eski, we're pretty diplomatic that way, so you're calling Ewok?
Definitely.
Okay, Ewok MVP. Fantastic work. And honourable mention to Terminus, who played a damn good game. And Chieftain again playing a top game for Core 2. There was a lot of calls for him for MVP in the last match, but played a good game there. Why don't we swap around? I'll come back with Pandemic and you jump over to Core 2 because you can stealth then.
Yes, this being in stealth would be quite helpful.
Yeah. 1-all. 1-all. Okay. Okay.
Oh, did Ewok DC in the middle of the Void Star?
That's what I'm reading. I didn't notice it, but apparently that's what happened.
Ah, attention to detail, my friend.
Oh, I know. uh,
I did not know this.
no, I'll have to watch it back. I didn't notice myself, so I'll have to watch it back and have a look. But apparently that's what happened.
Well, given that, I mean, that was a very, very close game.
Definitely, most definitely.
Now let's see if we can get a game where no one DCs.
That would be something. If anything, this is an advertisement for EAware to implement some kind of reconnection thing for a DC person.
Yeah, but they won't do it.
Of course not. I'm telling them to queue when ready.
And it looks like Core 2 is still one player down. Who is missing? It looks like Chieftain's missing.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he logged out when we didn't give him MVP 2 games in a row.
That's right. He's just had enough. Chieftain's gone. Damn it! What do I need to do to get an MVP?
Play a gunslinger, then I'll vote for you.
I'm telling you, we should do an all gunslinger versus all sniper match.
You'd have to get enough gunslingers and snipers on the server.
Come
they're
on,
all
we've
in,
got
they're all in lobbies.
double XP weekends. Everyone can level up. Come on.
I'd like to see that game.
That would be a pretty good game. Maybe when we get merged servers in 10 years, we can do it.
10 years is a bit ambitious. They'll wait to see what the Terminal Millennium does for our server. Still waiting for Chieftain to re-log in.
Okay, that's cool. Pandemic are happy just to wait around until it happens.
And they're in the queue.
Okay.
Oh, poor Obi-Ray. He says he wants to hang himself over DCing.
Oh dear. Well, I'm getting confirmation here that Aurochs DC was midway through the second round of Voidstar. Full game crash. So it's just evened up, and we've seen this before. We saw it
It
between
was actually Legit and Boss,
Boss, yeah.
I believe.
That's correct.
I should know. I'm in Legit, and they were not happy, but we have a pop.
Take
Do
it.
you have a pop?
We've got it. Take it. Oh,
Rematch.
here we go. Back to
Let's-
where it all started.
And even if Obi-Ray disconnects this time round, they do not get a restart. What a fitting end to the series.
That's right. I tell you what, considering we've only got one semi-final tonight, this has been pretty damn good. I've been pretty happy with these matches. They've been very
we've had-
entertaining.
Very, very good Void Star. We had very, very good Hut Ball. Even though both games involved one person DCing, we had a Civil War, which I'm assuming Pandemic won. We didn't really see it.
That's right. So we're into our fourth game of the night. In a best of three, we're into game 4.
Pandemic got to feel very confident going into this after they're winning against, I'm assuming,
The Nodes. They won against the Nodes.
the Nodes. They could fight back. They do have big guns attached to them. Pretty threatening. But coming off that win,
I'm looking forward to this. I really am. Oh, let's get it underway. Let's see what we can do. We've seen it's been a very even contest. Both these teams have very similar DPS. You think, don't you?
they've been very, very even.
Extremely.
For the 2 games we've seen.
Yeah. Yeah, and good teamwork from both of them. So, really looking forward to seeing what happens here. And we're away.
It would be very interesting if we had 2 Imperials in the semi-finals. I don't think anyone would have called it going in at the beginning of the season. This isn't a slight against the Empire. It's just no one, after Midian decided to not play in the tournament, or since they weren't around. And as I should probably get back to casting match, but I'll finish my train of thought. Uh, I don't think people gave Pandemic or Core or Ewok'alypse the credit they deserve.
We've actually got a couple. We've got R.A.W going off to grass there, and
And we
there's a
have
cap
Cincy
going
going
down
off to Snow.
there's a cap going down at mid. Doesn't quite go down.
We have Cincy versus Birai over at Snow, and it looks like Cincy's actually outgunned right now because Raken's over there as well. Cincy taking on Birai and Raken. Cincy goes down pretty quickly as Raken going for the cap now. Birai trying to run back to mid. Birai now running around. I'm not quite sure why Birai's running around.
This is interesting over at mid because Pandemic are hanging right back. They've got Agent Sith, Goldmoon CD, and Ping Zero hanging right back, and there goes the ballistic shield from Agent Sith, hanging right back and just letting Terminus and the other melee DPS rush in and stop any kind of cap that goes down. So now they're slowly pushing up. It's been a very collected move by Pandemic to push in, whereas Core have tried to take early dominance of this middle part of the map.
I like this positioning of the orbital strike, especially with a lot of the core players rooted in it. It's going to make life a little bit harder for the healers from core.
Chieftain running in from behind there.
Obere going for the plant. Obere gets interrupted by Ping Zero there with a frag grenade. Raken now joining in the fight, so I'm not quite sure who's on the node for Pandemic.
Yeah, it looks like it's Terminus and B-Rai. Goldmoon and Pink Zero hanging back.
I meant Snow.
Doing a good job there of controlling. Agent Sith looking to have a good impact here.
Bureau being pulled out by Brusquet. It looks like Bureau's going to be focused down by Brusquet and Chieftain. Great focus fire there, but with full resolve, Bureau just manages to get out of there.
Yeah, that's some good movement there by B-Rai, and Terminus doing some good work in mid as well. And here comes Raken rushing back in, just taking a moment, and Cincy going after Agent Sith. Just decided he's had enough of the pew pew pew, and then stealths to get out of there at the last second.
And it looks like Core 2 are finally pushing Pandemic back a little bit. We're seeing a corrosive grenade go down, so Agent Sith obviously holding on to the lethality spec.
Yeah. And this position from Agent Sith is quite far back, and it's almost holding Pandemic from being able to push in a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure I agreed with it, because it's very easy to line a sight out, and if he can't get those culls off, he's not going to be that much use to his team.
Yeah, and you can see he's trying to creep up a bit now. He's trying to get up to where I was standing there, which is just on this rung here. But I still think he could come forward a little bit more even, and just help push Core back.
Now we have Chieftain on very low health at the moment. Looks like he was getting focused down. He's just getting healed through it by Yushi and Genos.
Goldmoon is down. Goldmoon is down. Got double team there. Core have got the upper hand in mid now. Massive upper hand.
And looks like Pandemic are trying to push forward, but they're just getting chewed up by Chieftain, Brusquet, and Cincy, who are really pushing forward heavily, making life pretty difficult for Yushi and Genos. Genos now going for the plant. Looks like Pink Zero just appears out of nowhere to throw a frag grenade at him. Or her, I should say.
I almost DC'd there. I was about one tick away from DCing.
Oh dear, how did that happen?
It's yeah. You know what? It's welcome to Australia.
Hope it doesn't show up on the stream.
That's right. Okay, so Pandemic seem to be pushing back hard here. Who's got the upper hand in terms of ticks? It looks like Pandemic do.
Pandemic have managed to buy themselves a little bit of time at the beginning of the match when they sent Birai and it wasn't Birai, was it?
It was
R.A.W.
Was indeed R.A.W. And it's looking like they're doing a swap over at grass. Who's guarding grass for Core now?
It was Guy. Well, is Guy, since he had run over there, I'm assuming someone from Pandemic had gone over to attack it, and
no.
since he decided to go help out.
No, there wasn't anyone over there by my reckoning. They may have killed that person before I saw it. But and
Great
Orok.
focus by Agent Sif now, culling Genos, especially since it doesn't look like Yushi's going to use his cull there. Not cull, his cleanse. Agent Sif's the one using his cull, and he's doing quite a good job of it. It's
Yeah,
keeping Genos on rather low health, just not getting a chance to heal herself up. Raken trying to leap in there. Raken actually goes down, and it looks like the upper hand has now gone Core's way, and they're finally able to group up
yeah, and you can
and
see.
start taking down
And
players.
you can see that Agent Sith's now pushed right in. He's very slowly made his way in, and now he's camping out in this area. As I say that, he's wandering back because he's losing numbers, and he's just going to try and put as much pressure on from a distance as possible with B-Rai in there trying to keep them alive. But Agent Sith now pushed more up into this centre area, and that's going to work much better for Pandemic.
Yushi finally goes down, and it was great focus by Agent Sif there, as well as Raken.
Now, the last time we saw a civil war, we saw a late game push by Legit against Ewok to the side, and it worked out for them due to a
We
misclick
actually
on a
have a
late
plane
call.
going down, kept going down by Pandemic. Pandemic has actually nearly wiped Core 2 here. We have Brusket going down to Raken and Agent Sif. Agent Sif culling Genos now, trying to heal Brusket through it, but without the ability to cleanse tech, it isn't going to help, as it looks like Raken Cinzi has gone down. It's chaos now for Cause. We have Obi-Ray on low health. Looks like Bruce gets the new target for Agent Sif, who's just wrecking face here. B-Rai going after Brusket as well, holding Genos holding Brusket in position as B-Rai does his damage. There's the takedown. There's the cull. Will Genos be able to heal Brusket through it? Looks like with the help of Yushi, yes.
So, after that early dominance in the middle area by Core, it now looks like Pandemic are doing that, although you can see right now that Cinzi is just battering them out of there, forcing Goldmoon CD to back out and try and stay alive to keep them alive, and that means that Terminus and B-Rai have to come back and support, and now they're trying to push back in, but Core have got some numbers, or do they? It looks like there's only 4 of them in there at the moment.
And 3 of them on very, very low health. As
Terminus
we had
capping.
Cinzi go down, Cinzi soon going to be rejoining the fight.
Looks like if someone could jump in there and start to get a cap off. There we go. Agent Sith's going for the cap, but I don't think that's a good positioning because there you've got it. Brusquette just fired off a couple of shots.
Now, as we're saying this, we have Guy and Cinzi running over to Snow. Looks like Core have conceded that they can't actually hold mid at the moment, or at least they're trying to pull. Looks like they're trying to pull some players away from mid to try and regain the upper hand now, as we have Guy and Cinzi up against
Orok and B-Rai.
I think this fight probably favoured towards Orok and B-Rai.
Yeah.
But as I say that, B-Rai's been force lifted out of it, and
Orok is almost down. Support coming in from Goldmoon. So Goldmoon's rushing in to do some heals here just to keep B-Rai going because Orok is down over at Snow. So it's now Goldmoon and B-Rai. If B-Rai can do enough damage and Goldmoon can stay alive and keep him up, that's all they're going to need. But numbers with Core in mid as we see Pandemic are just all over the shop. Agent Sith is pushed right back. Terminus and I can't see who else is there. It looks like Pink Zero pushed all over the place. They're split up. It's a mess for Pandemic at the moment. And Obi-Ray and Brusquette and Janos with good support at the back from Yushi, I think it is. There goes the Ballistic Shield. Chieftain running in from the back to make sure that that he can take someone down. And now it's evening out again. Raikkonen comes in.
It still looks like it's in Pandemic's favour at mid, although Pandemic a little bit bunched up for my liking.
Gee, this is a close game. 350 to 330, so 2 ticks in it.
Now we have a couple of players one player, actually, Brusquet, being focused down quite heavily. It looks like he's being healed through it. Terminus still going after Brusquet. I don't agree with Brusquet running forward. It's running into the meat grinder right now as he's being focused down quite heavily. His health is surging forwards and backwards as Genos and Yushi try to heal him. As I say that, Obire with a guard on him also taking a crap ton of damage there, down to 50%, and isn't actually being healed at the moment. With Chieftain now, the focus, the target of
Cap going down. Cap going down.
Agent
Oh,
Sif.
Terminus. Ooh.
Agent Sif now focusing his attention on Obire. It's a good choice. Chieftain now being focused down by B-Rai and Raken.
Obi Ray's had a solid game. Good support from Yushi. I think Yushi's been and Genos is their second healer. Is that correct?
Correct.
They've both had a really good game for core, keeping them up and about. Particularly Yushi, I think, has done some great heals, keeping Obi Ray up and about, and making sure that Pandemic, when Terminus mainly has gone into cap, hasn't been able to do it. So good combination work there from Yushi and Obi Ray.
Oh, definitely. And as we see, it's slowly becoming a bit of a stalemate. No one's held the upper hand for a little while.
Yeah, it's been pretty much this in mid for a long time. So we saw a little attack by Core over at Snow. They sent a couple of people over there just to test the defense and see if they could break through. Didn't quite work out for them, even though they did take out R.A.W initially. And now you can see Pandemic, they're pushing. They're trying to cap a lot more often than we've seen in this match. We've seen people occasionally try and cap, not constant capping like we've seen from a couple of other teams in Civil War. It's been very, very slow and precise, but right now it looks like they're pushing forward and trying to cap as often as possible.
Now, as we say that, we actually have Guy who's abandoned grass, completely abandoned grass. We have Cinzi respawning, going down there now. Guy's gone over to Snow and is attacking Orok.
So R.A.W and Guy over at Snow. It looks like support coming in from B-Rai. So B-Rai straight over there, and Raken is going to go that way as well. Yeah, it looks like Raken's going to go over there. Maybe overcommitting over at Snow.
This is a definite overcommittal because there's only one player from Core 2
and
over at Snow, and it may very well hand mid over to Core.
Yeah, that's right, and definitely Core ascendancy in mid once again. You've seen the pressure from them over at Snow. It's thrown Pandemic. Look how split open they are here. Agent Smith, Goldmoon CD, and Terminus, they're just all over the shop. Agent Sith is looking like he's going to go down. No, Goldmoon's
Core 2 not watching behind them as we have Raken and B-Rai rejoining the fray.
Oh dear, that was very, very close. I reckon if they'd had a chance there to break through, which they looked like they may have, that may have been a chance gone begging for Core. They could have potentially had a cap go off there. That would have been the moment.
They really need to send either Obire, well, probably more likely Cinzi, to just leap down there to intercept B-Rai and Raken and awe them, just to slow them down, buy them a little bit more time to try and cap mid.
And here we can see Janos capping and
Janos
getting away
capping,
with it. Ooh.
Won't get away with it for long because B-Rai still had full resolve at that point. B-Rai being focused down by Brusquet and Obire. B-Rai is actually getting healed through it and has just managed to get out of there.
And looks like Pandemic are just a little bit all over the shop here again. They've been split open, and Janos is capping. Goldmoon's over there. Goldmoon's been stunned, even though he's got full resolve.
So long as they... the frag grenade from Pink Zero there really just saved them. They were less than a second away. Core 2 were less than a second away from capping. As long as Pandemic can prevent the cap going down, they will win this game.
Yeah, it's going to be very close. 210 to 190. Agent sits back in the action now, and he's down the bottom, but that's probably good positioning from him because all the pressure from Core is pushed and bunched Pandemic up in this corner here. You can see Terminus and trying to get through with heals out the back from Goldmoon CD. It's going to be very, very close.
Janos again going for the cap, gets interrupted by B-Rai. B-Rai gets knocked back, now has full resolve, uses his force camo to try and get out of there, which is a good idea because he really needed heals.
Yeah, and Agent Sith just hanging right beside Gold Moon, doing what they've got to do, and the camera is just wigging out on this side, so I'm going to move around a little bit. And it's Genos who keeps going for the cap, just keeping pressure on at that node. That's probably the right thing to do from Core's position right now. But I think the best thing they can do, if Core are going to win this, they need to do the attack over at Snow and drag those numbers out from mid, because
And it's
Pandemic keep
exactly what they're
committing.
doing right now. We over at Snow we have Guy take almost capped it, but Orok waited patiently to buy himself just a little bit more time for reinforcements before engaging. Now we have Guy going for another cap. Probably not the best idea since he's now only on half health and Orok is virtually untouched.
Yeah, and B-Rise coming in for support as well now, so that's not quite enough. I reckon if they'd sent two players out to Snow, drawn a number out from mid, from Pandemic side of things, that would have been their opportunity. So I think we've seen them do it a couple of times now, so we'll see how it goes.
Now on your stream you're actually unstealthed.
No, I'm not anymore. I was. I got knocked out. I got knocked out of stealth, and then used my insta stealth, and then I got knocked out of that, and and then it was all on cooldown for about 2 minutes. So I just
Seeing
stood.
a number of Cybernades going down, Janus trying to heal through, now going for the cap.
It seems to be
Looks
going
like
down.
Janus,
Ooh, Agent
Janus
Sith.
is the designated capper today.
Yeah, and Agent Sith is just hanging back there and making sure that it ain't going to happen. And now we've got Raken running in.
With Agent Sif on full resolve, I don't think. Well, actually, Agent Sif's just about to go down. Probably the worst time to pop all your cooldowns since
Yep,
it doesn't look like there's anyone to heal him.
there he
And
goes.
there he goes. He goes down, but we still have Pink Zero virtually untouched this war zone. Just more or less free casting at the back there.
Yeah, interesting to see how much healing they've done between them, Goldmoon CD and Pink Zero, because they've had a massive impact on keeping Pandemic up and about. But numbers with Core 2, and they've sent someone off to Snow by the looks of it.
No, they have not.
Oh, they ducked back in. I thought I saw someone disappear around the
In
corner.
fact, they have no one. They have no one at grass right
So
now.
they're doing a full attack on mid. They're trying to double cap. That's probably a smart thing to do. I mean, considering the Pandemic haven't bothered trying to since that initial start of the game, Pandemic haven't bothered. So they
Guy
might as
ran
well go for it.
underneath and is now gone over to Snows looking for Orok, but again, I don't think this has not worked the previous 3 times.
Goldmoon CD is down, so it's all on Pink Zero, this healing for this team here. Agent Sith sitting out the back, Terminus and Raken in the middle. Raken's about to go down. Looks like Raken's going to go down unless he can get more heals from Pink Zero, but...
And we're very, very close to the end of the game now. Bruce getting almost capping. Will the cap
Sith!
go down?
Agent Sith!
The cap goes
The cap
down.
goes down! Bruce gets it. Agent Sith couldn't get him in time. He line of sighted him. This is going to be very, very close. What can Pandemic do to win? What can Pandemic do to win now?
It looks like they're just going to have to either take everyone they have over to mid, or turn around and hit grass as quickly as possible. Right now we have Obi Ray and Guy heading over to grass to try and back that up. Obviously, there's someone from Pandemic over there already, unless they're just
They've
anticipating.
They've three capped. There was a cap right underneath Orok. There was a cap. Oh my goodness! It's gonna go. It's gonna go to Core 2. They've triple capped. It's now 70-40. All that good work by Pandemic has been undone. Oh, oh my goodness.
Oh, and that was actually Yushi, the healer, capped Snow there.
Oh my goodness. All that amazing work. They had this game. Pandemic
They had
had
this game, but
game.
It's just fallen apart for them, and there we go. Core 2 wins 2-1. What a
Oh.
close game.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh my goodness. Look at Yushi.
Oh.
1,171,252 heals.
And not only that, solo captain node.
Chieftain played a really good game, and I think he's played three really good games. But he was everywhere, and he was just all over the park, making sure that their node was safe, was protected, rushing back to mid, doing as much as he could. Uh, but wow, wow, that's crushing. That is crushing for Pandemic.
I think I don't even believe what just happened,
Oh,
to be honest. I thought Pink Zero also had an absolutely phenomenal game, constantly interrupting, constantly healing. But this time round, I don't think he can go past either Yushi or Chieftain.
no, I don't think so either. I mean, but how can you? Oh man, wow. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. That was just all of a sudden. All of a sudden, it was dominance.
It was just like a little. It was like the flick of a switch. Suddenly, they capped mid, then immediately after, Yushi had capped
Yeah,
grass.
I'm watching the live stream now and just seeing. I just saw that happen, and gosh, what do you say?
We say congratulations to Core 2 and see you next week in the semi-finals.
Core 2 will be playing Ewok'alypse Now on Thursday next week. Uh, holy crap. Um,
Indeed.
I don't. I don't know who to choose between Yushi and Chieftain. I know there's been a lot of love for Chieftain tonight. He's topped the table three
Well, he did
times.
do a good job, especially with timing his taunts as well.
Yeah, I think despite the 1 million heals,
But his Chieftains has to go up against 1 million heals and a ninja cap. Well, not even a ninja cap, just a healer
yeah.
cap of a node.
We did this last week when we got stuck. Should we go to the chat and see if they actually
We'll
helped us
go to the
tonight?
chat.
Okay, so need your help to pick MVP, Chieftain or Yushi. So you've got 30 seconds to call it. Terrio says the Frenchman. Wow.
Yeah,
French with great heels.
looks like they want Yushi.
It looks like Yushi. I'm going to give it 10 more seconds. Anyone else? Looks like Yushi's it. Well, Yushi gets the MVP.
He said he's brought the French touch back.
Wow. Wow.
Well, Yushi had an absolutely phenomenal game. He almost went virtually untouched for a while there, just hugging the wall, uh, out of range of pretty much everyone from Pandemic. With most of Pandemic actually focusing down Genos and almost not noticing Yushi there.
Goldman said, are we out now? And I said, yes. And he said, no problem, back to PvE then.
Well played, Pandemic.
Yeah,
You put up some amazing games there.
I mean, I know there was on the forums there was a lot of talk about how Pandemic were going to compete with Core 2 because they had all these strategies to beat them last time. But you would have to say that they played so well tonight. Uh, they were and considering that they didn't even they didn't even realize for a long time that there was a game on tonight, so they were just awesome, awesome, great work.
I think we're still in disbelief that that last game wasn't won by Pandemic.
Oh dear, oh dear, wow. All right. Well, that's it. Core 2 against Ewok'alypse Now, and Core 1 versus Boss next week. As legit couldn't field the
Couldn't
team
make it.
tonight, so we. That's it. The music is playing. Well done to everyone. Esky, I'm gonna mute my mic and leave the stream on for a few minutes, and then that'll be that.
That will be that.
Until next Thursday, until this Thursday, we'll do random Warzone encounters this Thursday night. If you all want to come along and play some Warzones with Esky and I, just random fun Warzones where we kill each other and scream and have a generally good time, then please come along. We would love to see you there Thursday night. Random Warzone encounters. Anyone is welcome.
We should probably talk about the finals format for the next 2 games. Are they still best of 3?
Yeah, still best of 3 for the next 2. The grand final will be a best of 5. See you Thursday, Esky?
Yep.
Alright. Bye for now.
Ta-ta.